नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बूफलसारभक्षितं उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। आर्तानामार्तिहन्तारं भीतानां भयनाशनं द्विषतां कालदण्डं तं रामचन्द्रं नमाम्यहम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं। वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम्। गोष्पदीकृतवारीशम् अशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायणमहामाला रत्नं वन्दे निरात्मजम्। अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकीशोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम्। मङ्गलभवन अमङ्गलहारी मंगलभवन अमंगलहारी द्रौसो दशरथ अजिर विहारी द्रौसो दशरथ अजिर विहारी। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। कृपा करो गुरु देव की नाई। कृपा करो गुरु देव की नाई। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई। मंगल भवन अमंगलहारी। जनक सुता जग जननी जानकी अतिशय प्रिय करुणा निधान की। ताके उगपद कमल मनाओ जासु कृपा निर्मल मति पाहु। जनक सुता जग जननी जानकी। We are in the land of Bhakti where Bhagavan has come walking. We are in Mithila where Sri Rama has come. And we are now in the festivity of the celebration of the wedding of Sita and Rama. Janaka had overcome a great challenge in his great project of finding the most suitable match for Sita, and he decided to utilize that opportunity to conduct not one but two weddings. He also decided to give Urmila to Lakshmana. And then when Vasishtha and Vishwamitra and Dasharatha and all of them came to Mithila, then Vishwamitra had on his own said, your brother has got two daughters, Mandavi and Shrutakirti, who can be given to Bharata and Shatrughna. And so where one marriage was to be held, now four. So Janaka was in great joy. And it was decided that all four weddings will be conducted the same day. And end of last week's session, we saw Dasharatha going with his rishis, Vishwamitra and Vasishtha and his sons, and then doing Nandi Shraddham, giving away 400,000 milch cows with calf and cows with horns plated with gold, 400,000 milch cows per son he gave in dana prior to the wedding. Now the question comes sometimes that there is no mention in Valmiki Ramayana that Kausalya or Sumitra or Kaikeyi accompanied Dasharatha to Mithila for their sons' weddings. Granted that the original wedding invitation was only for Rama and Lakshmana. Bharata and Shatrughna was, after they came there, said it was added to the invitation. Now, she asked. Now, so, but that said, it says Dasharatha came along with his ministers, along with the rishis, along with his relations, Bandhavas. But specific mention that along with the queens is not there. So it is assumed that it is, when you say relations, then they are also included, like that people say. But the traditionalists point out that Dasharatha cannot give Godana if his wife is not by his side. He cannot do it. There is no, the Indian tradition does not provide a way for a man to give dana without his wife's approval. She has to first pour water, then and only then the dana can be completed. Otherwise it's vyartha. So, naturally, they were all there. Yasminstu divase raja chakre godanamuttamam tasminstu divase shuro yudhajit upave yudhajit samupeyivan putra kekaya rajasya sakshat bharatamaatulah dishtva prishtva chakushalam rajanam idam abravit. That day when the Godana had been done by Dasharatha, there came to Mithila, same day, Yudhajit. Yudhajit was a great warrior. He was the son of the king of Kekaya. He was the brother of Kaikeyi. He is the Sakshat Matula, the uncle of Bharata. He landed up. He came there. Kekayadipati Raja Snehat Kushalam Abravit Yesham Kushalakam Hoti Tesham Sampratyanayam. So he came and he saw Dasharatha. He offered his respects and he said, I came here, my father, the king of Kekaya, sends his affectionate greetings to you and inquiries to you, O king. And he conveys to you that at present all is well with all people whom you wish well. I was keen to see my sister's son, Bharata. My father had sent me to see him, and therefore I had come to Ayodhya. And when I came to Ayodhya, I heard that the whole family has gone to Mithila for weddings. And so I rushed. I came here. मिथिलाम उपयातास्तु त्वया सह मयीपते त्वरया उपयातोहम द्रष्टुकामः स्वसुहृदम्. So I promptly came here in order to be a part of this. Raja Dasharatha received him with great affection. Priya Atithi Upastitham is a welcome guest, and he offered him all cordial hospitality. Seems that Dasharatha has not even sent an invitation to his own Sambandhis and others. It's not strange. I think it was, uh, you know, they had good fun, but they didn't make too much of it, I think. I think they all had a lot of, he had sent his treasury and all that was fine. But whatever it is, it looks like the current practice of making sure that anyone who is known is invited was not there during Ramayana times. At least it looks like that. Even his own wife was not very clearly mentioned. No, no, he came to Ayodhya. He said, "Oh, I heard, I have come," and all that, fine. And so that was it. And that night, after sleeping, they got up next morning. Prabhate punah utthaya. The day of wedding had come. प्रभाते पुनरुत्थाय कृत्वा कर्माणि तत्त्ववित्तुषी सदा पुरस्कृत्य यज्ञवाटमुपागमत्. Dasharatha, on the day of the wedding, got up early morning. His sons, all of them got up. They all got ready very early. And then, keeping the rishis in front, Vasishtha, Vishwamitra, etc., to lead. Then Dasharatha, looking old, the aged godlike king, along with his 4 sons and other nobles, the queens, etc., walked from their guest palace to the Yagyavata, the Yagyavedi, where the wedding is to be held. They walked towards that pavilion. Yukte muhurte vijaye sarvabharana bhushitaihi भ्रातृभिः सहितो रामः कृतकौतुकमङ्गलः प्रतिष्ठं पुरतः कृत्वा महर्षीन् अपरानपि. Way Valmiki says it is Dasharatha went with the rishis, and after him, just a bit later, Rama and the brothers, along with other rishis, they also started. They also came there. They started an auspicious hour, Vijaya Muhurtam, with the promise, had promise of all good. And Rama and his brothers they had tied that wedding string in the wrists, that Diksha string, that Sankalpa string, that the wedding will be held, is tied in the string. So they were all Krita Kautuka Mangala, that auspicious string had been tied, and they all came there. वसिष्ठो भगवानेत्य वैदेहम् इदमब्रवीत् राजा दशरथो राजन् कृतकौतुकमङ्गलैः पुत्रैः नरवरश्रेष्ठदातारम् अभिकाङ्क्षते वसिष्ठो भगवानेत्य वैदेहम् इदमब्रवीत्. So Vasishtha, then Dasharatha and others were outside. Vasishtha went in to meet the king of Mithila, Videhadipati, Raja Janaka, and he conveyed to him that King Dasharatha is here. All the sons are ready. They have all had the auspicious thread has been, Sankalpa has been done, the threads have been tied, they are all come here. And we await the convenience of the giver. Dataram pratikangshate, we await your giving. Datri pratigrihitrabhyam sarvatha prabhavanti swadharmam pratipajyasva kritva vaivakyam uttamam. O best of men, O Narashrestha, when the giver and the receiver meet, then all purposes are fulfilled. Says Vasishtha to Janaka. The receiver is waiting, the giver is here. When the giver and the receiver meet, all purposes are fulfilled. And so, Swadharmam Pratipadyasva. Please discharge your Swadharma. Please your Swadharma and please solemnize the wedding. Purna. Please solemnize the wedding. Ityuktah paramodaro vasisthena mahatmana pratyuvacha mahateja vakyam paramadharmavit. So when Vasishtha had asked the Janaka saying, the king is here, the boys are ready, the receiver is here, the giver is here, and the purposes, all purposes can be fulfilled when the giver and the receiver get together. Please discharge your Swadharma now and solemnize the wedding. Janaka replied, Kastitah pratiharo me kasyanya sampratikshate swagrihe ko vicharo asti yatha rajyamidam tava kastitah pratiharo me. Sweetly, Janaka asked Vasishtha, who is the doorkeeper who is stopping them from coming in? Kasyanya pratikshate. Whose permission are they waiting for to come in? Swagrihe ko vicharo asti. What deliberation needs to be done for somebody to come to his own house? This kingdom is yours. Kritakautuka sarvasva vedimulam upagata mama kanya munisheshta deepta vahnerivārtisha. Kritakautukala sarvasva vedimulam upagata. My daughters, all the preliminaries have been done. All the rites have been done. They are all ready. They are all waiting at the foot of the altar, looking like brilliant tongues of flame. All four of them are ready. And I am ready. I am here by the fireside, waiting for you. Let everything be done without a hitch. Avighram kurtam Raja, O Raja. Everything can be done without a hitch now. Kimartham hi vilambyate sajjoham tattatikshosmi vedyamasya pratisthitah. Janaka says, here I am by the fireside, I am ready, I am waiting for you. Please let everything be done without a hitch. Why should there be any delay? Let us start. Hearing these words of Janaka, Vasishtha went and then Dasharatha and all of them came in. King Dasharatha then told Vasishtha, Karyasvarishe sarvan rishibhi sahadharmika ramasya lokaramasya kriyam vaivahikim prabhu. King Janaka, with all humility, requested Vasishtha saying, Prabhu, along with other rishis, please conduct the wedding. Please conduct the wedding of Rama, Lokarama, the delight of the world. Please conduct the wedding now. And Vasishtha said, Tatheti, shall do so. Shall do so. And he had Vishwamitra in front, along with Shatananda, that side priest, this side Vishwamitra, Vasishtha, all three of them. Prapamadhyet vidivat vedim kritva mahatapa, all tapasvis, all great tapasvis as well. Mahatapa. In the middle of the pavilion, there was a huge pavilion. In the middle of the pavilion, they made a Vedic altar, a yajna, for the yajna. They made there. Alanchakaratam vedim gandhapushpaihi samantata. They then decorated that Vedi with flowers and fragrances, gandhapushpa. Swarnapalika cha chitrakumbaihi cha sankuraihi. Swarnapalika cha chitrakumbaihi cha sankuraihi. Swarnapalika bischa. There are golden concave kind of vessels. Golden concave vessels were filled with sprouted grain that was kept there. As well as chitrakumbaihi, multicolored vessels. Lots of vessels of different colors, also filled with sprouts. Ankuradhyaihi sharavaihi dhupapatraihi sadhupakaihi. Then there were wide mouth vessels, big mouth vessels also filled with sprouts, and dhupa patram. That means, you've seen that Shambrani, etc., is burnt in big incense holder, not the small one, the big one, like that, filled with incense. All that was auspicious things were kept. Shankapatrai, Shruvai, Srigbhi, Patrai, Argyadi Pujitai, Lajapurnai, Chapatri, Rakshitai, Api Sanskritai, Shankapatrai. There are vessels which are of the shape of conch, like a shank, like that, they were kept there. Shruvai, Srugbhi. Then there were, for the yagya, there were, you see, the yagya, the offering, is put into the fire with, you might have seen in the in the Atirudram and Maharudram and other yagyas that you might have seen, where especially when they do the final, when they stand the chamakam, there will be a long wooden ladle. And in that long wooden ladle, continuously they'll offer the oblations. Wooden ladles are used in yagyas. So there are long wooden ladles, and then there are short wooden spoons with which they scoop out the offering and they put it in the long ladle, and then it is poured like that. So those were kept. Shruvai, Srugbi, short handle scooping wooden scoops, and long wooden scoops, and all that. Argyadi pujitai. And there were vessels filled with items needed for oblation, like ghee and milk and other things. All that was kept there. There were larger purnaihi, and there were vessels filled with puri, this, what do you call that? Rice flakes, that toasted rice flakes, even puffed rice. Even now you have all of these things. So all that was kept there. And there were also rice, other rice which was needed for ceremonial offering, that was kept there. And there was akshata with turmeric, etc., with which Vasishtha then sanctified everything which was needed for the wedding. Darbaihi samaihi samastiri vidivat mantra purvakam agnim adhayatam vedyam vidi mantra puraskritam juhavagno mahateja vasishtho munipungava. Darbaihi samaihi samastiri vidivat mantra purvakam. Vasishtha then, as per proper procedure, vidhivat, with chanting of the mantras, then he laid darbha grass evenly on the ground in the middle of the yagya altar. And then he propitiated Agni. He started the fire for the wedding ceremony, along with the chanting of mantras, and he stoked the fire. He offered oblations and stoked the fire. No, that it started. ततः सीतां समानीय सर्वाभरणभूषितां समक्षामग्नेः संस्थाप्य राघवाभिमुखे तदा ब्रवीत् जनको राजा कौसल्यानन्दवर्धनं ततः सीतां समानीय. So once the fire had been lit, Sita and her sisters were nearby but unseen until that point in time. Now that the right occasion had come, Janaka nodded and they were brought. And he brought Sita. She was Sarvabharana Bhushitam. She was decked with every kind of ornament that a queen, a princess of that time would have. So she was. There are, sometime we will see, there are some authors who have even contemplated what those ornaments were. That apart. I think we need to get Valli for that occasion. Tata Sitam Samaniya Sarvabharana Bhushitam. So, she was Sarvabharana Bhushitam, she's wearing beautiful ornaments. And Janaka brought her and made her stand directly in front of Rama. Yes, made her stand Abhimukhe. And he spoke to Rama, who is the delight of Kausalya. Kausalya Nandavardhanam. Iyam Sita mama suta sadharmachari tava pradiccha chainam bhadram te padim ghrannishva panina. Iyam Sita mama suta sadharmachari tava pradiccha chainam bhadram te padim ghrannishva panina. It's a very famous shloka of Ramayana. Iyam Sita mama suta sadharmachari tava pradiccha chainam bhadram te padim ghrannishva panina. So he is telling Rama, he brought Sita, made her stand in front of him. Iyam Sita, this is Sita, Mama Sutta, my daughter. Mama Sutta, my daughter. Sahadharma Charitava, she will be your partner, equal partner in the conduct of dharma. Prati Ichcha Chainam, accept her, receive her. Bhadram Te, may all auspiciousness be yours. All auspiciousness is yours. Panim Ghannesha Panina, hold her hand in yours. This is the shloka. Then he continues and says, Pativrata Mahabhaga Chayaivanugata Sada Ityuktva Prakshipatraja Mantraputam Jalam Tada Pativrata Mahabhaga. She is a Pativrata. She is a chastity itself. Chayevanugata Sada. She will follow you like a shadow. She will be with you like your shadow. And saying this, he offered her to him by putting in his hand mantra puta jalam, the water which is given during Kanyadanam, which is sanctified with mantra that he put, and then said, Mani Ganeshwa Parina, accept her hand in yours, O Rama. This is Sita, my daughter, who will be your equal partner in the conduct of dharma. Accept her, and all auspiciousness is yours. Take her hand in yours. Sadhu sadhu iti devanam rishinam vadatam tada devatundu vinirghosha pushpavarsham mahanabhut. As soon as this was said, all the assembled rishis as well as the devas in the sky, all of them, sadhu, they all started making blessings of joy, saying good, and Devadundu Nirghosha, the skies became, they were filled with the sound of celestial music and flowers, rain of flowers happened. So this is the main the shloka of the first, that is a very famous shloka, Iyam Sita Mamasuta Sadharmachari Tava. Pratitya Chainam Bhadram Te Panim Ghranneshva Pranina. See, you might remember we saw the beautiful Rasa Nishyandini, the great commentary on the single shloka, Aham Vedmi Mahatmanam Ramam Satyaparakramam, by Krishna Shastri, Partyur Krishna Shastri, we saw. Now apparently he wrote 100 meanings for that. I mean, we saw many of them, because that is available to us now. Apparently he used to have 100 meanings for many such things in Ramayana. One of them was this, Iyam Sita Mama Sutta. This one poignant saying of Janaka to to Rama. He found 100 meanings. He elaborated that to the 100 meanings. We don't have it. It's not available. I tried searching anywhere it's not possible to get that anymore. But we can. There are all the major commentators have written something or the other about this, among other things. But it's all in pretty abstruse Sanskrit. Pity in India we don't have translations of these easily available. Anyway. Iyam Sita Mama Sutta. Iyam Sita, this is Sita. This is Sita for whom you broke the bow, Rama. My daughter. So where did she come from? Vasishtha had invoked the fire. Stoked the fire and ready, the ceremony was to start. As soon as the fire was stoked, Sita was there and was made to stand in front of Rama. That's how it happened. So, if we take the Sri Suktam, which you all would have heard, it starts like this. Hiranyavarnam harnim suvarnaratasrajam chandram hiranmayim lakshmim jatavedo ma'avaha. Jataveda, that means Agni. Oh Agni, says the chanter, Agni, invoke for me Hiranyavarnam, the golden bird, Harinim, the beautiful, Suvarna Radatasajam, the one who is decorated with gold and silver, Chandram Hiranmayim, who is like the moon and with a golden aura, that Lakshmi, please invoke. O fire, is the chant. So, in that sense, we can say that this fire, as soon as it invoked Sita coming in front of Rama, Iyam Sita Mama Suta is Sakshat Mahalakshmi who is standing in front of you. Kamsosmitam Miranyapprakaram Ardram Jalantim Triptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamyopahvaye Shriyam Kamsosmitam. So Sri Shukta says, Lakshmi, Kamsosmitam. She has a beautiful smile. Hiranyaprakaram Ardram Jalantim. It's a beautiful one. He says, Hiranyaprakaram Ardram Jalantim. All around her is a prakaram, like a surrounding her, like a temple prakara. No? Temple is surrounded by the four walls, like that. Surrounding Mahalakshmi is a golden radiance. It's a golden radiance surrounding her. Triptam Tarpayantim, and she is always happy. Triptam, satisfied. She goes beyond that. Tarpayantim. To whoever she reveals herself, she gives them happiness and makes them satisfied. Tarpayanti. So in this context here, in the wedding of Sri Rama and Sita, saying Sita, O Rama, is the one of beautiful smile, who is always surrounded by a golden radiance. She is always happy, O Rama. She is always satisfied. And whoever she reveals herself to is also happy and satisfied. O Rama knows she reveals herself to you. Chandram prabhasam yashasa jwalantim shriyam loke devajushtam udharam tam padmini meghum sharanamam prapadye lakshmir me nashyatam tvam rine. Chandram prabhasam yashasa jwalantim shriyam loke devajushtam udharam. She is the embodiment of all glory, and her glory shines like the splendor of the moon. She is noble and she is worshipped by all the devas. Devajushtamudaram. And I, says the chanter, take refuge in her feet. So in this context of our wedding, Sita, to whom the devas offer worship, to whom I have resorted to, O Rama, myself. By her grace, your Alakshmi, Alakshmi is all that is opposite of Lakshmi. Poverty, distress, bad reputation, all that is opposite of Lakshmi. Any Alakshmi, all Alakshmi in you now stands destroyed by her coming. Adityavarnam tapasodi jato vanaspatistav vrukshota bilvatasya phalani tapasanudantu mayantaraya chabhakya alakshmi. What we are doing, we are trying to see the Sri Suktam and think how it fits here in this Iyam Sita Mama Sutta. He's saying, the Sri Sutta is Adityavarne, she is of the color of the sun, she is bright as the sun. Tapasodi jato, she's been born. Her birth is due to tapasya. We know that Janaka did great tapasya before he could get Sita. He had no children. With a terrific amount of tapasya only he got Sita. Now this particular verse says, Aditya varne tapasodi jato vanaspatis tava vrikshota bilva. So if we translate in our context, he says, O Sita, O Rama was born of tremendous tapasya that I did, O Rama. But Rama, your tapasya, vanaspatis tava vrikshota bilva, your tapasya is tremendous. Your tapasya is like, he's saying, like the vanaspati vriksha bilva, it's like the vilva tree. The vilva tree, every leaf of which is an offering to Shiva. That tasya phalani, the fruit of the tree, that fruit of your tapasya, O Rama, you have now got in the form of Sita. Tasya phalani, what does she do? Tapasanudantu mayantaraya cha bahya alakshmi. What is the fruit of your tapasya, O Rama? This Sita. Mayantaraya cha bahya alakshmi. Mayantaraya cha. She will drive away from inside you the delusion of Maya. From inside you, Maya will be driven away, and from outside you, all alakshmi. Bahya alakshmi. All the opposite of Lakshmi will be driven away. All that will be driven away by her, from you. Gandhadvaram duradharsham nityapushtam karishini Ishwarihum sarvabhutanam tamiyopahvaye shriyam Gandhadvaram duradharsham. Gandhadvaram, she who is the source of all fragrance. Gandhadvaram duradharsham, she who is extremely difficult to approach. Extremely difficult to approach. Nityapushtam karishini, she who is full abundance, she is abundance herself, and she also gives abundance. Ishwari sarvabhutanam, she who is the mighty sovereign, the ruler of all creation. That is the description of Lakshmi in Sri Suktam. See here, Gandhadvaram Duradarsham. Duradarsham, she who is so difficult to approach. This kid was born with that bow, Shiva bow. Nobody could approach. The whole world tried. Nobody could approach. That one, O Rama, who is absolutely impossible to approach, now approaches you. She who is abundance itself now offers abundance to you, O Rama. She who is the almighty ruler of the entire creation, she waits for you, O Rama. Manasakka mamakotim vachas satyamashīmahi. I'm not taking all the lines of Sri Suktam, just many of them, but not all. Manasakka mamakotim vachas satyamashīmahi. Manasah kamamakotim. O Rama, Manasah kamamakotim, she for whom your heart truly yearns. Vachas satyamashīmahi, she whom your speech, your heart yearns, but your words are not able to reach. Your words are not able to reach. Yato vacho nivartante manasa aprapya. She is that truth that no mind, no thought, no word can reach. She is what your heart yearns for. She is the one your words cannot reach. She has approached you and she waits for you. She, that supreme truth, is yours to receive now, O Rama. Kardamena prajabhuta mayi sambhava kardama. This is very beautiful. Kardamena prajabhuta. Kardama means earth. Kardamena prajabhuta should mean she who is born of the earth. That is in Sri Suktam. I don't know what connection there, but here it fits straight. Kardamena prajabhuta, she who is born of the earth. Mahi sambhava kardama. May the earth stay with me, is the prayer. She who is born of the earth, may the earth stay with me, Rama. That earth will be yours always, because the daughter is yours. Dhanam Agnir, Dhanam Vayur, Dhanam Suryo, Dhanam Vasu, Dhanam Indro, Brihaspatir, Varunam, Dhanam Ashnute. She is the power behind Agni, she is the power behind Vayu, she is the power behind the sun, Surya, she is the power behind Vasu, she is the power behind Indra, she is the power behind Brihaspati, she is the power behind Varuna, she is the all-pervading essence, which is the power behind everything. That Dhana, she is the Dhana, Dhanam Agni, Dhanam Vayu, Dhanam Surya, she is that wealth which is now yours. वैनते यशोमं पिब सोमं पिबतु वृत्रः सोमं धनस्य सोमिनो मह्यं ददातु सोमिनः. Comes that. वैनते यशोमं पिब सोमं पिबतु वृत्रः. Those who carry Vishnu in their heart, like Garuda, Vainateya carries Vishnu on his back. Like that, those who carry Vishnu in their heart, they drink Soma. Soma is nectar. The nectar of supreme bliss, they drink. They who have Vishnu in their heart. Somam dhanasya somino. How do they drink it? When they destroy their desires, then they are in a position to drink that Soma. That Soma, where does it come from? It comes from Shri, from Sita. She is the giver of that Soma, O Rama. So the prayer says, please give me the Soma too in Sri Suktam. Here we say, O Rama, I give you Sita, who is the giver of Soma, the bliss. The bliss of Supreme Jnana is yours. So, iyam Sita mamasuta sahadharma charitava. That's the shloka that we try to see through the verses of Sri Suktam. Pratichachainam padgamte panim ghannisha panina. So, he says now, panigrahanam, he says, do. Take her hand in yours. Now, question comes. I don't know what the time is, then I'll get. The panigrahanam is Brahmanasya panigrahanam kshatriyadehi sharadigrahanam vihitam atah katamidam iti na shankaniyam. The commentators say that as far as Kshatriya is concerned, the vidhi of marriage is not panigrahanam but sharagrahanam. So what happens is the Kshatriya will hold an arrow and the lady will hold that arrow and together they'll go around the fire. Right. Where is panigrahanam coming here? A question is asked. But then Manu and others are quoted by the commentators. Panigrahana sanskara savarnasu pushita. But whatever the varna, panigrahanam is what is praised by all. That is the way to do it. First they say. Second, Vivaha Ashtavidaha Smritishu Prasiddha. There are 8 types of marriages which are well accepted and well known. Means accepted means happens phenomenally. 8 types of weddings take place in the world. Manu has defined all the 8 ones. One is Brahma Vivaham, Daiva Vivaham, Arsha Vivaham, Prajapati Vivaham, Asura Vivaham, Gandhar Vivaham, Rakshas Vivaham, Paishacha Vivaham. 8. 8 type. First Vivaham. Achati Charchitva Shuti Shilavate Swayam Ahuyadanam Kanyaya Brahmo Dharma Prakirtita. Brahma Vivaha is the father of the girl looks for a suitable boy who has completed his studies in the Veda and all that. He is a very well qualified and eligible brahmachari. He chooses the right brahmachari for his daughter and he goes and offers his daughter to him After decking her with suitable garments and jewels and all that, he says, offers it. That's Brahma Vivaha. Then there is Daiva Vivaha. In Daiva Vivaha, there will be a priest, there will be a ceremony, a yajna ceremony, where the Ritvik priest who conducts the ceremony, to him the daughter is offered in wedding. Now, third is Arsha, that is Rishi Vivaha. Here, the father of the girl receives from the bridegroom one cow and one bull. One cow, one bull. And he gives his daughter to him. Rishi Vivaha. Okay. One bull here, he gives Rishi Vivaha. Then Prajapatyam. Prajapatyam is defined as Sahobau Charatam Dharmamiti Vacha Anubhashya cha Kanya Pradhanam Abhyachya Prajapatyo Vidhi Smrita. The father of the girl gives away the girl to the boy, saying to him, may both of you perform dharma together. That is Prajapatyam. Then there is Asura Vivaham, the demon Vivaham. In the demon Vivaham, the boy goes to the girl's family and gives them wealth, money, and in return gets the girl. Asura Vivaham. They come, he bribes the family of the girl, bribes the girl also if needed, and then in turn takes the girl. That's Asura Vivaham. Okay. Okay. According to his own will, he does this. Then the Gandharva Vivaham. Gandharva Vivaham is the two of them fall in love, driven out of lust, essentially. Essentially, it is lust. Okay. Gandharva Vivaham. Okay. Gandharva Savingyeyo Maithunya Kama Sambhava. Out of Kama. It happens out of Kama. And they don't care for anybody else, they run away. So these two. So that's Gandharva Vivaha. Gandharva Vivaha. Then it's there from beginning. So many are there. Rakshasa Vivaha, even Shakuntala and Dushyanta was Gandharva Vivaha. So it's a good Vivaha only. Rakshasa Vivaha. Rakshasa Vivaha is Asura is different, Rakshasa is different. Hatva, Chitva, cha Bhitva, cha Kroshantim, Rudatim Grihat, Prasakya, Kanyaharanam, Rakshaso Vidhi Uchyate. In that Vivaha, the girl is kidnapped. Or the girl's family is all killed and the girl is taken away. They are killed. And or they just break into the house and pick up the girl and go away. Like that. Something like that is done. That is the Rakshasa Vivaha. And finally is Pishacha Vivaha. There, Suptam Mattam Pramattam Va Rahova Yatra Gacchati Sa Papishto Vivahanam Paishacham Ashtama Adhamaha. A girl is sleeping. You get married to a girl who is sleeping. Or she is intoxicated. You feed her with some drugs and put some things into her juice and make her intoxicated and then do that. Or she is mentally challenged and you take advantage of her. All these are considered Pishacha Vivahas, ghosts. Ghosts only will do things like this. And it's considered Adhama, worst form of wedding, but is there also, right? Now in these, एवमेषु अष्टसु विवाहेषु अयं विवाहो न कोऽपि भवितुमर्हति तदुक्त लक्षण अभावात्. Which of these is this Rama Sita Vivaha is a question, etc. The commentators have said of these 8. It cannot be Brahma because it was not as if they went to look for a person who has completed the study of Veda and then given her to him. It didn't happen like that. It is not Daiva because Rama was not a Ritvik priest to whom, after he conducted the Vigya, it was given. Now, Arsha, it was not Arsha with this thing because Rama didn't come and give a cow and bull and in return he did get Sita. He didn't get that either. Napi Prajapatya, one cannot say it Prajapatya because in Prajapatya Vivaha, although it is said that you two conduct a dharma together, but you don't, the in Prajapati Vivaha, they do there is no the bride side does not receive anything from the groom side, whereas here he has asked for Viri Shulka, the bounty of valor. He said he had Viri Shulka, he had to break the bow. So therefore we cannot consider it Prajapatya, say some people. Then now Asura, obviously it is not Asura Vivaham either, because Rama and Dashatha didn't come bribing Janaka's family to get Sita. That didn't happen. And it was not Gandharva because there was no lust between Rama and Sita, etc. that led to the Vivaha. And it was not Rakshasa because such a thing was not done. Rama didn't go kidnapping Sita and running away and all that. He didn't slap Janaka and all that he didn't do. He didn't do all that. And of course it was not Pishacha because Sita has not slept at all. Only she's sleeping, then there's a possibility she's mentally fine and no question of her getting intoxicated, etc. So there it did not happen like that. So which one is it? Then he said, no, it is Prajapatyam only. Sahadharmachari. He has said Sahadharmachari. She'll be she's your equal partner in dharma. Whereas, so that is the thing. That is the main point to be looked, says commentators, because there are various kinds of shastras, Grihya sutras, where we have to understand. None of us know any of it nowadays, but it is there. If somebody else knows, it's available. There is Ashpalayana Sutra, there is Gautama Sutra, there is Rapastamba Sutra, like that, so many. When you say Abhivade, you will say which sutra you belong to. So in all these, it is very clearly said in one way or the other, Sahadharma Charyatam Prajapatyam. Wherever you say, wherever the marriage is based on, conducted on the basis that the two of them will be conducting their dharma together equally, then that such a marriage is called Prajapatyam. So this is a Prajapatyam. That what happens to the question of Virya Shulka? What happens to the question of the fact that bride price of valor was just, see, that is no price. It's not as if Rama has come and given a gift to them. It's not as if they asked saying you must give us 125 tons of gold. Not like that. It was not done. They might have given, that's a different thing. But that was not a price put for Sita. There was no price. As far as Kshatriyas are concerned, valor is the main thing. So valor is something that is right to be asked. There is no question about that. But it's not given. It's not as if Janaka can take Rama's valor and lock it up in his cupboard or in his treasury. He cannot do anything with it. So it is only upacharam eva. It is only for upachara purposes that you say shulka. Actually, it is no dowry. Viri shulka is not a dowry. It's not as if any dowry is being given. So it's only upacharam only. So don't get that into this question. This is prajapati vivaham only. See, commentators firmly then finally declare this is. We'll complete 5 more minutes and say. So in Apastamba Sutram, so as you see, when the Panigrahan is done, so the girl will be, nowadays she sits on the father's lap, the boy will be standing in front. She'll be probably facing to east, he'll be facing west. The boy will be facing west. So the Apastamba Sutra says there are several, when they do that, they put that water and then the hand is given, father's hand, the boy will take the hand, and father will slowly drop his hand. Then the boy will be holding her hand. That's how that happens. Father cannot keep on holding. He has to give away, then he has to take over. That's the way it's done. The girl's hand will more or less jump from the father's hand actually. No, you note it next time carefully. They show it on that big TV, video nowadays. We want to get it over with. Anyway, so there, in Apastama Sutra, there are some points mentioned there which people don't know. It says if the boy decides to have only male children, then he should, when during Pranigranam time, he should catch only the thumb of the girl, it seems. If he desires only female children, then he should not leave the thumb and grab the other four fingers. If he desires both, then he should catch the whole of the hand. So now, carefully, they do only both, whole of the hand only is. Everybody they don't know they can do these things. They can catch one thumb, etc. So, coming back here, Iyam Sita Mamasva Sahadharma Charitava Pratichainam, accept her, Bhadramte, she will bring all auspiciousness to you. She is Lakshmi coming to you. Sahadharmachari, she is your equal in your conduct of dharma. She is not being, you are not accepting her bhogarthe, you are accepting her for dharmarthe. It is not for your physical joy that you are accepting Sita. It is for the conduct of dharma, which is incomplete. You cannot conduct dharma without Sita. Only when the two of you are together, then dharma can be conducted. Until that time, you are incomplete. So for that purpose, Sahadharma Charitava, she is your equal partner. She is your equal partner in every way, says the commentators. In your looks, in the qualities, in the lineage, in the way, in her conduct, in every which way she is your equal. And therefore, together you can conduct your this thing together. And she is a Pativrata, Mahabhaga. She is most fortunate. She will follow you like your shadow. For this one, if you take this particular verse of Sri Suktam, Tam avajat vedo Lakshmi manapagamini. Lakshmi manapagamini means Lakshmi is telling the fire, O Jataveda, invoke that Lakshmi who does not go away. Lakshmi who comes and says hi and then says bye, we don't want. She should come and stay forever. That Lakshmi is what Sri Suktam is invoking. So now Chaya, she will be like a shadow. She is not going to go, even if you want, she will not go. She will be with you, sticking to you like a shadow does to a man. She will be with you, says Janaka to Rama. And then he offers that water, sanctified by the mantra. And all the devas say sadhu, 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 and the celestial drums and kettles, all of them, this thing. And Janaka was overjoyed. He had offered Rama, and then next he called Lakshmana and says, "Come, Lakshmana, Urmila, Pratichapanim Grinnesha Mahabhut Kalasya Padya. Don't waste time. Don't delay. Urmila is here. Take her hand." And then he called Bharata. There also some people say Bharata is supposed to be elder to Lakshmana. After Rama, Bharata should have been called. How come Lakshmana is called? Then the tradition has got certain things saying that among brothers and among co-wives, sons, etc., after the elder, younger, etc., is not seen. And all that. It can be this way, that way. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So, anyway, from Janaka's point of view, he had fixed Urmila's marriage before he had fixed Mandavi and Shrutakirti. So that is, then it is right that he fixes, Urmila would have been earlier wanting to get married. The other two would not have known they are getting married also. So it's correct that she should get married. So he does that. Then he to Bharata also, he calls and says, Grihani Panim Mandavyaha Panina Raghunandana, or Raghunandana, hold Mandavi's hand, and O Shatrughna, Shatrugnam Chabi Dharma Atma Abravi Janakeshwara. Dharmatma Shatrughna, he called and says, O Mahabahu, Shrutakirti's hand you hold. And then he said, all four of you are very good men. All four of you are of very good conduct, all four of you. Go quickly finish this wedding so that you can immediately start living a very, very happy wedded life with your wives. So go ahead. And listening to his words, all four of them held the hands of their respective brides, and they had four different fires which they walked around along with the mantras 3 times. They have to walk around, and they did that. And there was a great shower of flowers from the skies from the celestials, The celestial music sounded, celestial songs were heard, apsaras were dancing. It was a party. When these four were getting married, all the Gandharvas, all of them were there. Ragumukhyanam tad adbhutam. It was adbhutam. It was awesome. Eva Bhavat, that festival that happened. And three times they went around the fire and thus completed the marriage rite. The marriage was over. Thus the Raghavas, the four brothers, then took the wives to their quarters, and accompanying them was Dasharatha and others. They all went back to the palace of Dasharatha, the guest palace that had been given to him. So the girls had now moved from this to that. There and Dasharatha was, they were walking in front, the four sons and the brides, and Dasharatha's eyes were going nowhere. It seems he was just looking at them, and happily he was looking at them. And Janaka was also, he just says the king was looking at them. We don't know which king. It could have been Dasharatha, it could have been Janaka. We can say both the kings. Though both the kings are looking only at these four couples as they walked away slowly into the sunset or whatever it was. That was the way to the married life. Hara Namah Parvati Pataye Janaki Kanta Smaranam. See, today is the 125th Jayanti of Swami Shivananda. And by great good fortune, Ambika and all of them are there now in Rishikesh. Today they are performing that dance drama of Swami Shivananda, which you can see live on web on shivanandaonline.org. There's a watch live link, broadcast live at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening. It starts. It'll be nice. Yesterday also it was there. Beautiful. Swami Shivananda. So since it is 125th, let us just spend 2 minutes or 3 minutes and then we'll conclude. Swami Shivananda was one of the greatest sages of great sages of our times. Doctor by profession, by BBS doctor. He was from here, Tamil Nadu, Tirunelveli side. He went to Malaysia. He was a doctor. He was extreme service minded. Then age of about 27 or so, he quit his job and came off to India for pursuing uh, spirituality. And then he underwent he went all over. He saw a lot of sages, went to all the places. Then he did terrific tapasya in Haridwar. It was the guru who initiated him to sannyasa ashrama. He became a sannyasi and he was given the name Sivananda, and then he achieved Nirvikalpa Samadhi and then he became a supreme sage. And then he started in 1936 or so, when he must have been 27, maybe 30, 40 years of age, he started Divine Life Society in Rishikesh, which is a great movement like Ramakrishna Mission and others uh, of sannyasis with the twin purposes of serving people as well as achieving for spiritual knowledge both. It's a great and right by the banks of Ganges. And he was there and he became a very great movement all over the world. It's a very open movement all over the world. Fantastic books, fantastic music, Nama Sankirtanam, all is there. Akhanda Nama Sankirtanam, Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra goes on in the ashram from his time till now. And it is his 120. He passed away in 1961 or so. So he must have been what? 1897, I think he was born. So about 61, 65, 64 years of age. So he has a great. His 125th Jayanti is there today, and good that we could do Sita Rama Vivaha on this day. Hara Namah Parvati Pataye Janaki Kanta Smaranam Gopika Jivana Smaranam Vetrivel Muruganuk Shri Sadguru Swaminah Shri Anjaneya Swaminah. Thank you.